Compete only with the past version of yourself. I feel like this is kind of like a part 2 to my last video, because in that video I spoke about being obsessed with yourself, being self-focused and self-obsessed. And so to piggyback off of that concept, being self-focused, being a woman who is self-obsessed means that you are not primarily focused on other people. Your attention is inward. And so that means that you don't view other people, and you especially don't view other women or men as competition. You live your life being in a competition only with the past version of yourself. It is not your place to feel as though you are lesser than anyone else, and it's also not your place to feel as though you're better than the next person. Your primary goal every day that you wake up should be, how can I be better than the person that I was yesterday? How can I outdo the past version of myself? That is the mindset that you should have as a high value, quote unquote, high value woman. This is a mindset that I've realized is difficult for a lot of people to adopt, because focusing inward and looking only at yourself and competing only with yourself, it requires a level of introspection, self-reflection, and honesty with yourself, and also killing your ego. And that's something that, as I'm sure we know, is very difficult for a lot of people to do. And so it becomes a lot easier for people to look externally and to focus on other people and compete with other people and be envious and jealous and gossip and just focus on everyone out there besides themselves, because sometimes the hardest thing to do is to look in the mirror, but that is literally where the actual progress is and success is. Other people's success should be an example to you that yours is possible. It should be an inspiration to you. There should never be a moment where you're competing with another person or envious of another person, of what they have, and yada, yada, yada. When you look at the people that you admire or that you look up to or that you deem as more successful, again, going back to what the original video was speaking about, you will notice that those people all share a common habit of being self-focused. That is the theme. For example, if you observe celebrities, you'll realize that all majority of celebrities do is speak about themselves. If you watch their interviews of any given celebrity, they talk about themselves, their childhood, their creative pursuits, their inspirations. And if they do speak on other people, it's usually other people that they look up to, that they admire, that they aspire to be like, but it's not in a competitive way, it's in a inspired way. And I'm telling you, that is the foundation of success. That is the mindset that you should adopt. The more that you move from this place in life and the more that you adopt this mindset, is the more that you're going to realize that you're going to start attracting people who are focused on you. The more that you focus on you, the more that you're going to also attract people who are also focused on you. Again, going back to the example of celebrities, what do celebrities have? They have fans, right? And so that's how you know that you're doing the right thing and that you're moving in the right direction. It's kind of 50-50. Some of it will be people who respect you, who admire you, who see what you're doing and appreciate you. And then there will also be the people who are jealous, the people who are envious, the people who are hating, the people who, you know, want to come and try to humble you or just monitor you and watch you. And again, it's all good. It's all positive. That's how you know that you are, it's a reflection that you are moving in the right way. It is all positive because you can take all of that energy that people choose to direct toward you and transmute it and use it as fuel, use it as motivation to continue to evolve into the best version of yourself. Haters are your motivators. It's kind of like the irony of life is that you will know when you are doing the right thing in life, the more that you attract negative attention and negative reactions out of people. And it's very easy to discern the difference between people who are giving you like genuine critique and criticism versus people who are just simply haters, jealous, envious, you know. And so it should never be a discouragement. It should always actually be taken as a reflection that you are doing the right thing in life. For example, I've very recently had a person who's never stepped foot into a gym tell me that I go to the gym too much and that I use it as a distraction or whatever. And that was how I knew that it was time to cut that person off. And that's probably going to be like what my third video might be about, is that as you continue to grow and progress and level up, it might get lonely at the top. You might have to cut people off and remove things. And I also speak about that in my manifestation video, how you have to kind of get rid of people, things from your life in order for new and better to come in. And yeah, that's also a great way to be able to discern the difference between people who are actually giving you constructive, positive criticism versus people who are just envious, jealous, because they don't have the level of focus and discipline and the ability to invest in themselves the way that you do. Is that if you look at that person's habits and that person's life and compare it to your own, it's like, how is a person who has never stepped foot in a gym gonna tell me that I work out too much? Like, it literally doesn't make any sense. So yeah, I feel like I'll leave it at there for now, and I'll probably make a third video. So yeah, thank you for watching.